What if the key to peace isn't holding on, but learning to let go? Glowing star welcome. Welcome to Wellness Within USA Herb. In this journey, we'll explore the transformative power of forgiveness, the ability to release resentment, heal emotional wounds, and move forward with strength. Imagine carrying a heavy burden for years, only to discover that forgiveness is the key to setting yourself free. The suspense lies in realizing forgiveness is not weakness, it's the ultimate act of courage. Seedling introduction. Forgiveness is one of the most misunderstood concepts in emotional wellness. Many believe it means excusing harmful behavior or forgetting pain. In reality, forgiveness is about reclaiming your peace, breaking free from bitterness, and choosing healing over hurt. Forgiveness doesn't erase the past, it transforms how you carry it. It's about letting go of resentment so you can move forward with clarity and strength. Brain the science of forgiveness. Forgiveness is not just spiritual, it's psychological and physiological. Brain chemistry. Forgiveness reduces activity in the amygdala, fear center, and increases activity in the prefrontal cortex, rational thought. Stress reduction. Studies show forgiveness lowers cortisol, reducing anxiety and depression. Health benefits. Forgiveness improves sleep, lowers blood pressure, and strengthens immunity. Resilience. Forgiveness strengthens emotional intelligence, helping people bounce back from trauma. Suspense element. Imagine realizing that letting go of anger could literally heal your body. Open book case example. Consider James, a professional in New York. He carried resentment toward a colleague for years. When he finally chose forgiveness, he noticed reduced stress, improved focus, and stronger workplace relationships. Forgiveness didn't erase the conflict, but it transformed how he experienced it. Performing arts. Why forgiveness matters. Workplace. Teams that practice forgiveness recover faster from conflicts. Relationships. Couples who forgive grow stronger and more intimate. Health. Forgiveness improves mental health, reduces depression, and increases happiness. Society. Communities built on forgiveness foster compassion and cooperation. Research insight. A Stanford study found that people who practiced forgiveness reported higher life satisfaction and lower stress. Globe with meridians. The hidden enemy, resentment. Resentment feels like protection, but it's poison. Forgiveness rewires resentment into healing. Thrill element. The moment you realize you are not chained to the past, you are free to move forward. Crystal ball. Lifelong impact. Forgiveness is not a one-time act, it's a lifelong practice. Each moment of letting go strengthens emotional wellness. The suspense lies in realizing forgiveness doesn't just help you survive, it helps you thrive, turning wounds into wisdom. Practice 1. Journaling for release. Forgiveness begins with awareness. Practice. Write down the hurt, anger, or resentment you feel. Then, write what you learned from the experience. Suspense element. At first, the pain feels heavy. But as words flow, the burden lightens. Science. Journaling helps regulate emotions and reduces stress. Example. A student struggling with resentment toward a teacher began journaling daily. Within weeks, she noticed improved focus and reduced anger. Notebook. Practice 2. Perspective shifting. Forgiveness grows when you see situations differently. Practice. Ask yourself, what might have caused this person to act this way? Suspense element. The thrill lies in realizing that empathy transforms resentment into understanding. Science. Perspective shifting activates compassion pathways in the brain. Case study. A professional reframed a colleague's harsh words as stress rather than malice. Forgiveness became easier. Ear. Practice 3. Gratitude reflection. Gratitude amplifies forgiveness. Practice. Each day, list 3 blessings connected to the person or situation you struggle to forgive. Suspense element. The thrill lies in realizing gratitude rewires bitterness into appreciation. Science. Gratitude reduces cortisol and increases resilience. Example. A mother reflected on blessings despite conflicts with her child. Gratitude softened her heart. Brain. Practice 4. Compassion meditation. Meditation enhances forgiveness. Practice. Spend 10 minutes visualizing the person you need to forgive, sending them compassion and peace. Suspense element. The thrill lies in realizing compassion meditation rewires your brain for healing. Science. Compassion meditation increases emotional regulation and empathy. Case example. A nurse practiced compassion meditation daily. Her workplace conflicts reduced, and her patients improved. Lightbulb. Practice 5. Verbal release. Forgiveness grows when expressed. Practice. Speak forgiveness aloud, even if the person isn't present. I choose to let go. Suspense element. The thrill lies in realizing spoken words release emotional weight. Science. Verbal release strengthens neural pathways for resilience. Example. A man struggling with resentment toward his father spoke forgiveness aloud daily. His stress decreased, and his relationships improved. Open book. Real life story. Consider Aisha, a professional balancing work and family. By practicing journaling, perspective shifting, and compassion meditation, she noticed her resentment decrease. Forgiveness didn't erase the pain, but it gave her strength to move forward with clarity. Globe with Meridian's lifelong impact. Daily forgiveness practices are not quick fixes. They are seeds planted in the mind. With consistency, they grow into awareness, compassion, and peace. The suspense lies in discovering that forgiveness is built one small step at a time. Psychological shifts through forgiveness. As daily practices of journaling, perspective shifting, and compassion meditation become consistent, something extraordinary begins to happen. Resentment that once felt overwhelming starts to lose its grip. Reduced anxiety and stress. Forgiving individuals report lower cortisol levels, meaning they stay calmer under pressure. Emotional regulation. Instead of reacting impulsively, they respond thoughtfully. Resilient identity. Forgiveness strengthens resilience, helping people bounce back from trauma. Suspense element. Imagine standing in the middle of conflict, harsh words, painful memories, yet feeling calm, as if forgiveness itself became your shield. That's the thrill forgiveness brings. Briefcase practical impact in daily life. Forgiveness doesn't remain confined to exercises, it spills into every aspect of life. Workplace. Teams led by forgiving managers report higher productivity and fewer conflicts. Relationships. Couples who practice forgiveness recover faster from conflicts. Health. Forgiveness improves sleep, lowers blood pressure, and strengthens immunity. Research insight. A Harvard study found that forgiveness practices increase happiness and improve long-term well-being. Performing arts suspense element, the hidden shift. At first, forgiveness feels like effort, journaling, reframing, meditation. But then, subtle changes appear. You pause naturally to let go of anger. You notice opportunities in setbacks. You feel connected to the present moment. The thrill lies in realizing that transformation is happening quietly, beneath the surface, like roots growing deep before a tree blossoms. Globe with Meridian social ripple effect. Forgiveness doesn't just change individuals, it changes communities. Schools, forgiveness programs improve student focus and reduce bullying. Hospitals, patients treated by forgiving staff recover faster. Workplaces, teams with forgiveness culture innovate more and burn out less. Suspense builds when you realize forgiveness could be the hidden key to a more compassionate society. Open book case example. Consider Maria, a corporate manager. Her team faced constant deadlines and conflicts. By practicing forgiveness, journaling, perspective shifting, and compassion meditation, she noticed morale improve, meetings became calmer, and conflicts resolved faster. The thrill was not just her transformation, but the ripple effect on everyone around her. Crystal ball long-term transformation. Forgiveness doesn't just change moods, it changes identity. You begin to see yourself as someone who rises after setbacks, adapts to challenges, and inspires others. Identity shift. You no longer define yourself by resentment. Leadership growth. You lead with empathy and adaptability. Community impact. Your forgiveness sparks transformation in those around you. Suspense lies in realizing that forgiveness is contagious. Your practice inspires others to grow stronger. Glowing star. The forgiveness paradox. Here's the paradox: forgiveness doesn't erase problems. Conflicts, misunderstandings, and crises will still exist. The suspense lies in realizing that forgiveness changes how you experience those problems. Stressful events lose their power, and peace becomes your default state. Open book real-life story. John, a nurse, faced exhausting shifts. By practicing forgiveness, journaling, meditation, and expressing compassion to patients, he noticed reduced burnout and deeper patient trust. The thrill was not just his recovery, but the healing environment he created for others. Globe with Meridian's future of forgiveness. Technology is now part of forgiveness transformation. Apps, guided journaling makes forgiveness practice accessible. Virtual retreats, online communities support global forgiveness growth. AI tools, personalized forgiveness journeys track progress. Suspense lies in imagining a future where forgiveness is as common as physical exercise, a global movement toward emotional wellness. Glowing star lifelong journey. Forgiveness mastery is not about escaping challenges. It's about living fully, with awareness, adaptability, and compassion. The ultimate suspense lies in discovering that peace was never outside you, it was hidden within, waiting to be uncovered. Advanced practices for forgiveness mastery. Once the basics of journaling, perspective shifting, and compassion meditation become natural, forgiveness can be taken to deeper levels. Mindful reflection. Spend 10 minutes daily reviewing moments of anger and release. Ask, did I forgive fully today? Perspective shifting at scale. Consciously view situations from multiple angles, even global or societal conflicts. Suspense lies in realizing how differently events appear when seen through forgiveness. Silent observation, practice observing resentment without judgment. Even small irritations lose power when noticed calmly. Compassion training, extend forgiveness beyond loved ones, to strangers, colleagues, even those you disagree with. Case example, a leader practicing mindful reflection discovered that workplace conflicts weren't about malice but about stress. Forgiveness transformed his leadership style. Brain long-term benefits. Forgiveness mastery reshapes identity, health, and relationships. Resilient identity, you begin to see yourself as someone who thrives through compassion. Health, forgiveness lowers blood pressure, strengthens immunity, and improves sleep quality. Relationships, long-term forgiveness deepens trust, intimacy, and cooperation. Leadership, leaders with high forgiveness inspire loyalty and innovation. Research insight, a Stanford study found that executives who practiced forgiveness achieved stronger team cohesion and higher performance. Performing arts suspense element, the ultimate twist. Here's the twist: forgiveness doesn't erase problems. Conflicts, misunderstandings, and crises will still exist. The suspense lies in realizing that forgiveness changes how you experience those challenges. Stressful events lose their power, and peace becomes your default state. Globe with Meridian's forgiveness as a lifestyle. Mastery means forgiveness is no longer a practice you do, it becomes who you are. At work, you lead with empathy and adaptability. At home, you listen deeply, creating stronger bonds. In society, you contribute to a calmer, more compassionate world. Suspense builds when you realize forgiveness could be the hidden key to transforming not just individuals, but entire communities. Open book case example. Fatima, a doctor, faced constant emergencies. By integrating forgiveness into her daily routine, journaling before surgeries, compassion notes for colleagues, empathy with patients, she noticed reduced burnout and deeper patient trust. The thrill was not just her recovery, but the ripple effect on her hospital environment. Crystal ball future of forgiveness. Technology is now part of forgiveness mastery. Apps, guided journaling and forgiveness reminders make practice accessible. Virtual retreats, online communities support global forgiveness growth. AI tools, personalized forgiveness journeys track progress and provide feedback. Suspense lies in imagining a future where forgiveness is as common as physical exercise, a global movement toward emotional wellness. Glowing Star Lifelong Journey. Forgiveness mastery is not about escaping challenges. It's about living fully, with awareness, adaptability, and compassion. The ultimate suspense lies in discovering that peace was never outside you, it was hidden within, waiting to be uncovered. With advanced practices, long-term benefits, and lifestyle integration, forgiveness becomes a lifelong journey. Resentment will always exist, but with mastery, you can always find peace in uncertainty.